And you kind of there, and you think, okay, I'm gonna do my show anyway, right? I'm a professional clown, even if I forgot my gear. I'm gonna give it a go, no matter what. And you start doing your little, you know, you're making balloon dinosaurs, and you're telling jokes about the Vietnam War and just typical clown stuff. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is BestInSlot, and we are back with our 59. Is it 59? I think it's 59. Our 59 species one park in Jurassic World Evolution. In the last video, we added all of the ceratopsids, plus the Ancylodocus, plus the Edmontosaurus, and today we're going to build one more, probably herbivore exhibit over here on the right, and then we're going to grab our monorail, we're going to move up here, and we're going to do probably a carnivore exhibit kind of tying in down here. Now, I've done all your dinosaur names. Thank you as always for using the QT down below for leaving your name suggestions. We'll go check those in a minute, but we should get started on the next exhibit first, and that is going to be something. There you go. Feel well informed. I think we're gonna do one of the herbivores, and I should have thought about this before I started the video. We are going to do the Stegohadrosaurs. Yes, the Stegohadrosaurs is what we're doing today. We're going to do the Hadrosaurs first, because the Hadrosaurs are kind of a pain in the ass. So, where's our first Hadrosaur? Edmontosaurus we've already done. Added him in the last video, so the first one is Iguanodon. Hadrosaurs / Iguanodontids. Right. It is once more time for some science, which is very scary, I know. So Iguano only needs 1 out of 20. Iguano is amazing. Iguano is essentially another Edmontosaurus. It's just totally chill. And because of its chillness, I really like... Which one do we like? Let's go for Strep. Okay. We know the Iguanodon's cool, so we don't need to worry about that. Maiasaura. I hate the Maiasaura. Please justify that by having terrible social needs. Okay, Maya's actually okay. Maya is 4 out of 23. So that's 5 out of 20 so far. We're not going to start on the Maya because we need 4 of them at once. Of course, our dinosaurs can break out. It's very important that we keep them nice and happy as much as possible. So, social. This is, 6. Yeah. Mutter's a problem. Mutter is a problem. 6 out of 20. We're up to 11 so far. I suspect 6 is so many dinosaurs. I suspect we can't fit every single Hadrosaur / Iguanodontid in one exhibit. What are you again? Aloro is 3 out of 25. Aloro? 3 out of 20, I guess now. Apples is up to 14. We're going to go ahead and get the Aloros. The Aloro's cool. Vivid. I want to make sure I get my watermelon. Which one's my watermelon? The watermelon's the best one. Taiga? I think it's Taiga. And I believe, oddly enough, that the rainforest pattern kind of sucks for the Alorotitans. So let's go for Alpine. Okay. And we're going to regrease the Iguanodon, because I speak English. Oh, I do like this skin. This is one of my faves. Look at him. Look at her. Look at it. It's funny, in Jurassic Park canon, the dinosaurs of Jurassic World are now both male and female, right? That's been a thing for about a year. But in Jurassic World Evolution, the dinosaurs are still all female. Just interesting. There's our Iguanodon. Right, we need to get back to work. So, Alorotitan and Iguanodon so far. Parasaurolophus, I believe, is 4 for social need. Am I right? Let's find out. Para. I mean, we can always put... See, the problem is you can't really put Ankylosaurus with these either, because Ankylosaurus have ridiculous social needs. Like, their minimum population is just absolutely tiny. Do we have any more? Can we be done with this? There's so many in this game. There's so many. I think the Sintow is the last one, though, unless I've missed one. Okay, Sintow's the last. We're up to 7, 13, 17, 18. So if the Sintow is 2 or less, we're okay. It's 4. Damn it. That means this is going to have to be 2 exhibits. There's no way around it. Without using social things, and we're not using social things. So who is my limiting factor? It's a Mutter, wasn't it? We can put them all together. 5... We can go up to 20, right? So far we've got 4. We've got 3 Aloros and the Iguana. So we're at 4 out of 20 so far. 420. Blaze it. So we've got 16 slots. So No, doesn't make no. Okay, we're gonna do everything except either the Maya. I hate the Maiasaura. The Maiasaura can have its own stupid exhibit. That's the plan. There we go. Plan sorted. Right. I should really not be releasing these dinosaurs at this point in time. Whilst that's going on, then let's get our next set on the go. Let's get the Actually, no, we're down here. Let's get our Centaurs. We need 4 beautiful, colourful Centaurs. And this is our Hadrosaurs and stuff. They should be as colourful as humanly possible. But we do, at some point, need to actually build the exhibit. So let's get that done. It's just going to sit here, basically. I like the idea of having... Oh, I like this idea, actually. We're going to have another curve that comes out. Kind of match that curve there. Like so. Maybe kill that there. And it's got like a wave. It looks... No, it looks like breasts. But that's fine. That's what I'm going for. That's all part of the theme, you see. Okay. Now, if I put one over here, it's going to look like nipples. So we have to avoid that. It's always the key point. You know what? If I just put that back, actually, that kind of fixes it a bit, I guess. It looks like udders, doesn't it? It really does. Like, this is a big cow. There's the udders. Can we give it an eyeball? There's its mouth, sort of. There's its... It's a turtle with udders, because that's the shell there. I don't know. It's been a long day. Right. It hasn't been a long day. I've been awake for 5 minutes. Okay. So, let's... Just while all that is going on, we do need to get the next Centaurs on the way. Hopefully the other guys are happy temporarily. They shouldn't be there for that long. We will get their exhibit shipshape and ready to go very soon. Quite like the default Centaur, actually. Let's go for a default. Good old Centaur. You guys happy? Loro's happy, and Iguanodon is happy. Cool, so they can stay there temporarily. Not a problem. Right. Let's get this nipple done. Okay, so we can kind of get to do my little fancy, my path building here. Well, not path building, my path. Yeah, I love that. I don't know why that makes me so very happy. Also, one thing I really like, wait, I want this to go to the end of the path, but it doesn't reach. So instead of going all the way up and then doing a little bit, which looks stupid, you go halfway up, and then you go all the way up. Same, looks better. Do I want this to join in with that? No, because that angle is stupid. Okay, so we're going to go out. And then I think like an inwards curve like that. And straight down. Give it a little bit of a funky shape. Why not? It means that is a little bit close, but I mean that can be what we do is we'll put water in one side and food in the other. So the dinosaurs should have to cross over quite a lot in front of the right in front of the viewing gallery. So you should. I've just realised what I've done wrong here, and that the humans are now part of the exhibit. Let's just fix that, shall we? I mean, as much as I wish that was a thing, you know, we could have Dryasauruses roaming around our park or something, and not spook our guests. No, that's terrible. And not spook our guests. It isn't a thing right now. Hopefully it's a thing in Planet Zoo. We know Planet Zoo is going to have peacocks, right? There's one thing I know about peacocks. Is that they roam around every single zoo on the planet for some reason, so... And then you straighten up, and then you curve in. Look at that! Beautiful stuff. And there's the joint point there. I'm kind of proud of that. Okay, and we just need to do the same over here. And they are good to go. Good to go. Yeah. And then let's curve around there. We're in a curvy mood apparently. And straight. Looks bizarre, but I'm kind of I kind of want this side to look like that side. Yeah, it's gonna upset me otherwise. I get upset very easily when it comes to dinosaur exhibit building. What can I say? I want that to just go straight across. No, so close to glory. But no glory was found this day. Let's go there. That's fine, whatever. Close enough. Okay, I think that should be plenty of size, shouldn't it? Let's shoot some dinosaurs in their lovely facial regions. Boop, 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 boop. They're just kind of popping out in no time. Come on, buddy. Mr. Basic at the back. Come on. There we go. Right. We will check the dinosaur names at some point, I promise, but there's too much happening. So, like we said, we want the water over here on this side. And the food over here on this side. I'll do 2 feeders. There's going to be a lot of dinosaurs. And this looks silly, so let's make it look slightly less silly if we can. Trees. It feels really weird building a park at this point when you know there are these huge, fundamental, game-changing terrain tools on the way. You know, it's all going to be so different so soon. Even just being able to put down like alternate bushes is going to make a big deal. It really is. It's a nice exhibit though. You know, being able to put down the different bush types on every island is honestly going to be a really big deal. Cannot wait. But at the moment, we're still trying to build a park. I'm thinking I want to bring that in. Yeah, there we go. It's just, that's pod 1 finished. It's nicely enclosed. It looks nice. It looks very pretty. I would take it home. We're going to maybe replace this backdrop with concrete, just because that'll make sure it feels more closed off. You know, it's more like a definitive edge with the concrete, if you kind of get a feel for that. I know. Anyways, let's ship them over. Lovely stuff. Remember, these are all going to need a name. Every single one of them, folks. So hit up that QT down below. Leave your name suggestions. And the best ones will make it into the park. Some of the weird ones will make it in. Some of the ones we're going to look at today are just slightly odd, to be honest. I feel like that's not all of them. I missed you, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. I really think this is going to be easy. This is going to be much easier than I expected. I don't really want to have said those words out loud, because that's when things go terribly wrong. But I'm just looking at how much room we've used, and it just doesn't feel... I don't know. It feels fine so far, you know? Right, that is our Centaur's done, and our Loro's done, and our thingy's done. So we need our Paras next. We need 4 Parasaurolophuses. Parasaurolophuses, as I would actually pronounce it. Para is a very upsetting dinosaur. Okay? It has the worst skins, second worst skins in the entire game, unfortunately. I don't know why. Admittedly, I haven't unlocked the other new skin, but it is basically exactly the same as the wetland skin, so pish posh. The only one I actually like is the default. All the others are... I don't know why. It's like, it's a movie dinosaur. You'd think it would get extra attention, but the Parasaur and, yes, the Velociraptor, I don't think I've mentioned that before, have really disappointing skins. It's sad. Ah, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Enchanté, mademoiselle. I know. French is brilliant. God, I hope that's French. Not saying it makes sense, but the words are French. There should be one more lurking around. There it is, you cheeky little so-so. Right, whilst we're waiting on our parasaurs then, we can check in on the dinosaur names. So, the Ankylodocus is Toby Flenderson, because Toby Flenderson is the worst. I hate so much about the things you choose to be. Our Pentaceratopses, we have Left Turned Albuquerque, God knows why. And also, I don't know if that's how you spell Albuquerque. It looks wrong to me, but it might be right. Anyways, that's what it was spelled as. Pentagram and Puppy! Exclamation point. I just punched my desk. Apologies for the very loud noises. These Edmontosauruses, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. The Stegoceratops Biggest Dickus from Monty Python. And and this name, which I just copy and pasted. I don't really know what to do with this one. Sarah or Spike. I think it's meant to be Sarah or Spike, as in 3 separate words, and with weird little symbols around the side. So, yeah. There we go. That's all those ones. Over here, for the Styracosaurus, we have a white rhinoceros. We have Styx, and we have... Right, okay, that's it. And the Triceratopses, we have Sarah from the Land Before Time, and that is it. In the Sinoceratopses, we have Moto Moto, which may be the most common name / dinosaur combination in our park history. Moto Moto is always the name of the Sinoceratops. And Espresso, which is spelt incorrectly, but again, this is how it's spelt on the QT, so that's what I put as. Espresso doesn't have an X in it, okay? It's an S. Eesh, although that may be the joke. Cosmosaurus, called Cassie and Cosmos, and Connor, which is my name, but also spelled incorrectly. There's a theme today, in case you've not noticed. And Torosaurus, called Nymph, for some reason. At least it's not Nympho. And Tori, who has recently gone out of power because Theresa May's an idiot. Right, Parasaur time. Look at that, beautifully timed, beautifully timed. Hopefully this is right. Hopefully I've actually got this correct. I think I have. Whilst we're waiting for those to pop out, let's get started on pod 2. And we're going to try to curve this over the I quite like this sometimes when it goes over the parks, but for some reason with this one, we're going to just try to stick it over the... yeah. Fine. Meh. In so many things in the next update that are going to make this better. Even things like, you know, we're going to be able to, we're going to have a little bit more control when it comes to rotation. Okay, we're going to curve down and around. And in. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, so if you go to make a building, you can see if I turn, it turns a lot. That's like the minimum I can turn with a keyboard, which is a little bit ridiculous, right? It's so not granular at all. So I think they're reducing that movement in the next patch in 1.8. So it's going to make placing buildings where they should be a lot easier. Right, power's done. Big old tickeroni there. Bingo bango. Jobs are good one. Oh, what we might be able to do is combine the Maiasaura with the Pachycephalosaurus. We'll have to have a look at that. I don't know what that population limit is. Anyways, we need some Mujaburas. One of my favourite of the Hadrosaurs. Mainly because, admittedly, of the jungle pattern. Wait, no, not the jungle pattern. The vivid pattern, yes, the vivid pattern of the mutters is lovely stuff. God, I hope I can do maths. Now, these guys are going to be a little unhappy initially, until they get some friends. We need 6 of them, so... that's okay. So 6 colours, and there's 6 colours, we're going to get 1 of every colour. I still need to go back and finish challenge mode at some point. I haven't done all of them. It only takes 3 or 4 hours. Challenge mode isn't difficult anymore. Challenge mode is pretty easy once you know what you're doing. But it's also, I would say, not particularly fun to do it like multiple times over and over again. Only because on Jurassic difficulty you want to do it in the most efficient way possible, because it can be a difficult mode if you don't know what you're doing. So, are we happy? Cintos, happy, very happy in that. I mean, this exhibit is definitely too big of anything for the dinosaurs I'm putting in here, but I think it would look silly otherwise. The Iguanodon's happy. Loros are happy. And I don't think I could have made it much smaller without it looking weird. Anyways, right, so over here we're going to have a hotel. Every little pod is going to have basically the same shops and the same setup. The idea, again, is to really try to maintain a... oh, we could do different path colours. Like, this is all red, so maybe this one's going to be all grey with a little bit of sandy colour in there. I don't know. I like that idea. Curve it. Curve it. It's maybe a little bit closer than I would have liked. Pish posh. So, yeah. Let's get our shops in there. The restaurante. La restaurante. La cloven shoppen. We're going German now. Das cloven shoppen. I don't think that's how you say cloven shop in German. See, look at this. It's not. It doesn't match perfectly. There's a little. Actually, that might be perfect. No, no. You can see just there. It's really subtle, but it goes straight across, and then it goes up just a tiny bit, and I can't control it because it's too granular. It's not granular enough, I should say. And we also need an arcade. Okay, you ready? I mean, theoretically, I could just put a path in and then sink into the path, but that's not the point. Somehow, that's not the point. What am I doing? What? What's going on? Just stop it. There we go. Bloody Nora. Okay, Pod 2 has begun. And Pod 2 is going to kick off with some carnivores. So, once our lovely dinosaurs over here are done. Who am I shooting here? Who are you? You cheeky little parasaur. Who do you think you are, son? Hanging around at the back like a cock of the block. You're cock of nothing, I tell you. I don't know what cock of the block means. I always say it. It's always been a thing. I think it's very British at the very least, but no idea what it actually means. Acknowledging asset collection. I really want this woman to just... I was about to say talk dirty to me, but what I was going to say is like talk me to sleep or something, you know. No, you're not the cool one. Your friend is the cool one. I just released you to talk to your cool friend. Oh, sorry, Mutter. Hello, Mutter. Hello, Vater. Here I am at Camp Granada. Right, so carnivores, carnivoros. I kind of like the idea of these not directly connecting. I'm gonna path go down here, a little thing here. Okay, I'm gonna put a wall of water in between. The pods should feel distinct. They shouldn't connect to each other. I don't know why. I don't know why this is a thing, but I've decided it's a thing. I've decided that I have enough room that I can play around for a little bit, which may bite me in the ass eventually, but right now I'm going to say it's a thing. Okay, so this is pod 2. Now that's pod racing. Let's go straight across from here. So we're going to do a large carnivore of some description in here. I think that might be big enough in all honesty. They're not as picky as I remember them being. I'm going to go for there. And we'll bring around here. Gotta match the outside a little bit. Round the outside. Round the outside. There we go. Something like that. I do like the monorails being in there. It gives you like really nice shots every now and again when you get these big sort of pillars sticking their pillar in your face. Ah, it's one of those days. Where have you gone? Oh, did I really move you? Right, you're all out. Let's get you some friends nice and quick. Tundra. And normal, default, boring. So what I want to see is, can I put the Maiasaurs, who have a population of 23, which is fine, but they need 4 of them. Can I put the Maias with all of the Pachycephalosaurids? So let's find out with some science, maths, whatever you want to call it. Math. Is it math in England or maths in America, or is it the other way around? I always get those confused. Right, so we have 2 to 12 for the Dracorex. We have 2 to 12, 2 to 12. Okay, I should write that down. I'm sitting in a very, very dark bedroom right now. Stop shaking. 2 to 12, 3 to 10. No, we're in trouble here, folks. That's 5. Unless the Sticky Moloch is okay living on its own entirely, this isn't going to work. 4. Okay, well, we could put a dinosaur in there that is happy living on its own. I don't know what that would be, but basically we only need 9 dinosaurs in a population limit of 10, so we could put in Struthiomimus, but that doesn't seem... No, we'll just do 9, it's fine, we'll just double up, that's okay. We're not going to worry about that right now then. Let's get shooting these guys so they don't complain about being antisocial. So, what big carnivores are we going to do? So far we did Giga, and we did Acro, and we did Carcara, and we did Herrera and Troodon, right? Is that what we did? Was it Troodon? Herrera and... No, Proceratosaurus is what we did. And Acro and Carcara. Right. Let's just work down then. Who's next at the top? It is... Allosaurus. Used to be a big fan of the Allosaurus. I've kind of gone off it over time. I don't really know why. The arid pattern. That's why I really liked it. Should really check your population limit, actually, now that I think about it. I think they changed it, didn't they? So that all the large... Oh, no. Allosaurus, only 1. Okay. Wow. Okay, never mind. No friends for you, my friend. Who's going to live with the Allosaurus? It's going to be Deinonychus. Which I think is... 4? Question mark? It's 3, damn it. Vivid, yes, always vivid. Now I can't do anything else, which is nice. You know what, let's... I don't know. Is it worse to die of hunger or loneliness? Here's a question for you folks. Would you rather die of hunger or loneliness? And people are like, well, you can't die of loneliness. You can absolutely. People die of loneliness all the time. Okay, all the time might be a bit of a misnomer. But it's a terrible place for this. If I put that there, is it going to get rid of the... No, that's a terrible, terrible, terrible place for a villain gallery. Now, apologies if you can hear a very strange noise outside. There is what I believe is an alarm of some description. All I hear is... Wee, 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 wee. But it's very high pitched. It doesn't really sound like an alarm. I may be having a stroke. Not that kind of stroke. I'm going to put a little viewing tower in here as well. One thing I really, really want in the... summer update, maybe it's part of the DLC, is just more attractions. We've got 2 in reality. We've got 3 if you include the gyrosphere, but you can't put the gyrosphere everywhere. We need just something else, like a viewing dome or something like that would be really, really cool. It would really make a big deal. We need a little something, you know? Everyone needs a little something. Right, let's get these shuffled over. En route to pick up the asset. I know, give me a minute, love. I'm shuffling around 10 billion dinosaurs. You folks at home are the ones with the busy jobs. You've got, what, 20? How many dinosaurs here? 18? Something like that? I don't know. You've got a buttload of loads of dinosaurs to name. Let's have a little look through this viewing gallery. There we go. Look at them. All different colours hanging out together. There's a message there, folks. Racism bad. Dinosaurs good. Tell your parents. It's funny, your parents are more likely to be racist than you are, and your grandparents are even more likely to be racist than they are. It kind of goes on like that forever. I love that skin. That skin's really nice. That skin's suck. All the others suck. Where's my favourite? You my watermelon? Is that my watermelon? That might be my watermelon. Alright, that's all our mutas. Let's get our other Deinonychuses on the way, and we should be done. Rain. Oh, I don't know. I really like all the colours for the Deinonychus. This is a problem. Or is it? We could, in theory, put all of them in. I think the population limit is high enough for the Allosaurus. I kind of like the idea of this one big, fairly pale-looking Allosaurus as well, because it is the arid one we've gone for. You know, roaming around while it's surrounded by all these super colourful Deinonychuses. Like, you know, when you're imagine you're at a birthday party, right? And you were hired as a clown for the birthday party, okay? But you forgot it was a birthday party. You forgot you were a clown because you sort of daylight as a lawyer. So you turn up to the birthday party in your suit, okay? You're not wearing your clown gear. You're in a suit. You're in a proper, dark, fancy man lawyer suit, right? Or fancy woman lawyer suit, or fancy sentient ball of light lawyer suit, whatever you choose to identify with. And you're kind of there, and you think, okay, I'm gonna do my show anyway, right? I'm a professional clown, even if I forgot my gear. I'm gonna give it a go, no matter what. And you start doing your little, you know, you're making balloon dinosaurs, and you're telling jokes about the Vietnam War and just typical clown stuff. And at the end, the kids are very bored because you're a terrible clown because you're wearing a lawyer suit, you big old dumpy. And they swarm you at the end, right? All the kids. And because they're kids, they're filthy, okay? They're covered in paint and chocolate and jelly and disappointment. So the kids all swarm you, and you're standing there in your pressed, clean suit, dark and formal and boring, and there's hordes of colourful things around your legs. Basically, that's what's going on here. I feel like that would have been difficult to understand without the metaphor, you know? Could be wrong on that point. I think we can do like a little mini exhibit in here, actually. Like in this little gap here. For pod 2. We shall see. Anywho, right. Sorry. Setting additional tasks. Manly man boys. Coming soon to a cinema. Oh, we can do goat. I forgot we can use goats now. Or did I? I think I've already mentioned that. I'm going to put a few feeders here, because whilst you can put your small carnivores with your large carnivores, you also need to be very aware that the small carnivores will be spooked by the large carnivores, and you need a plan for that. Asset delivered. Maybe make this river go in there. Thin up a little bit. Oh, cannot wait till the aquatic fish feeder. That's going to be so cool. Might put a little bit of a hill in here. We've not really messed around with the slopes and stuff. I think if this is going to be an exhibit here, you're not going to have a viewing gallery here anyway, so we can, I don't know, screw around with it a little bit. Give it a little bit of depth and interest. Yeah, that looks better already. It's nice, isn't it? I mean, I've got to say, like, people, like, the terrain tools are limited, and there's definitely problems with the terrain in general in this game, but the game is gorgeous. It's so easy to get. This is way too many dinosaurs. That is ridiculous. It looks bizarre. And they walk in front of here constantly. Oh, I forgot to turn day-night cycle on. My bad. I just totally forgot. Now this is a slight problem. You shouldn't release the Allosaurus before the Deinonychus, because it will kill the Deinonychus. It's probably going to do it right now if I don't get this moving, actually. We should shoot the Allosaurus nice and quick. Please don't eat the Deinonychus. Please don't eat the Deinonychus. I think we got there in time. I think we're okay. It is going to be a little bit upset. It's not going to have friends for a little bit. And that's a worry. It really is. Because Deinonychus were always a big problem child for me in my playthrough. They always found a way to break out and kill things. I'm a little worried this is too small for the Deinonychus to not be constantly scared by the Allosaurus. But I'm hoping that the goats is kind of going to fix that. Anyways, so I think here what we can do is our Archaeonophrimimus, Struthiomimus... what the hell is the other one? Archaeonophrimimus, Struthiomimus... Gallimimus, of course. I think that could actually go in there and fit in and they'll be happy. And then we'll do one here, and then we'll just block this off. So pod 2 is going to be quite small. I was confident, and I'm losing confidence slightly, just because there's so many large carnivores still to go. And each large carnivore requires a big exhibit. The sauropods haven't been done yet. We'll do those next episode as well. We'll do the sauropods... We'll surround this whole pod with the sauropods. That's a cool idea. And then the monorail can go and do like a little tour. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be all sauropods around here. That's going to be Struthiomimus, Ordinarius, Gallimimus, hopefully, if it fits. And then we'll move on to pod 3 up at the north. That sounds like a plan and a half. Let's get you guys shuffled over. I know you're going to be very unhappy, Mr. Deinonychus, but it's only temporary, I promise. Just casually, you know, have a little nom there where your friend lies half dead on the side. Have I not made a default one either? So many Deinonychus. I really hope the... Let me just check this quickly. The Allosaurus social limit. It's not 7. It could be 7. As long as it's more than 7, we're okay. Nah, we're fine. We're fine. As in the population limit, I should say. Okay. Still 5 stars. Not bad, not bad. You got to keep up with your hotels or you always lose your rating. Just need to... We've got a unique species. The dinosaur rating is never going to be that high because I'm not doing any genetic modifications beyond the skins. But yeah, it's gonna be a 5-star park with every single dinosaur species and no genetic modifications beyond skins. Proving it can be done. Somebody commented on the last video saying, that is far too many people. That is far, far too many. Look at them all pointing at nothing. If you ever wanted proof the point system doesn't work, you just watch a group. Look, you. What did you just point out? Nothing. Wait for it. Look, somebody will point out this tree. Look, they're all looking at it. You. She pointed at me. And now she's pointing at the tree. And she's pointing at the tree. Oh, they're all stopping to take a photo of the tree. Randomly all stopped together. You can see how people have formed like little clusters. It's very odd. Unfortunately, I do believe it's a system that would be basically impossible to change at this point in time. I don't think the guests is really something you can go back and fix. I think it's a memory thing. There was definitely a problem with evolution, and it's either the engine or how the engine interacts with, I assume, consoles, but older PCs as well, wherein there's a lack of available memory, and the game really struggles with that. I think it's very memory intensive. So things like the guests, things like the limited number of skins, the limited park size, and stuff like that, I think is very much attributed to that. It's something that keeps popping up now in different ways. That there's certain things that can't be done because of the limited memory. Are you happy? You are going to be. Are you happy? No, right? We need to kill some forest. Alright, better? Nearly. Happy? Right, you're happy. Are you still happy? Yes, okay. We rode the line a little tight there. You know, it's very close between the grassland and forest for the Deinonychus and the Allosaurus, but we've just about squeezed it in. Which is kind of lucky. I think as you do this more often, you kind of get a feel for what dinosaurs need, I guess. You know, it stops being as difficult to kind of predict what a certain dinosaur will need to be happy. I love that skin. I don't know why. It's cool. But yeah, we're right on the cusp, as you can see. If we removed any more forest, then the Deinonychus would be unhappy instead, so... Where are my Deinonychus? Now that I mention it, they're all over here. All living together, having a good look at them, running around, having a good time. Here for a good time, not a long time. Could you not be in a slightly better position for a thumbnail though? That would be nice. I'd appreciate that. Spoil spots. I feel like I've used that exact dinosaur so many times in a thumbnail. Deinonychus is just, I don't know. It used to be one of my all-time favourite dinosaurs in the game, and I think I've maybe used it too much and it's kind of faded a little bit. I'd like to see you guys kill a goat or something. Or stand very close together for a thumbnail. It's very hard to get two dinosaur thumbnails that look good. Especially when they hang out in the shadow. I'm a little worried they're not going to eat. Maybe I need another stationary feeder. No problem. Right, it's finally done. All 6 Deinonychus colours. Shipping over. It's much longer than I expected this episode to be. Okay, anyways. So, we need name suggestions, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comments down below. Names for many, many, many dinosaurs. 6 Deinonychus, 1 Allosaurus, 1 Iguanodon, 4 Nope. 1 Iguanodon, 6 Motoborosauruses, 3 Alourotitans, 4 Parasaurolophuses, and 4 Synthosauruses. Feel free to leave multiple name suggestions for multiple dinosaurs and stuff like that. That's not really a big deal. I won't usually use multiple names from one person unless there's a lack of names, but, you know, feel free to give it a go, and then if there is, then I will choose yours multiple times. Okay. 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 Let's have a little look in our viewing platform. This is why we needed multiple Deinonychus. They're tiny. Like, I know they're there, but you only... I suppose you can spot them now and again, hanging over here. Having a little chin wag in the corner. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way, I'll see you next time.